I really like Cabernet Sauvignon. That's my favesies.
I think I usually drink Rieslings.
Ooh, a Riesling's good. I had this one when I was in Germany. It was you'd love it. It was a kind of a almost like barely sparkling white wine. It was called Gewürztraminer or something.
Yep.
Oh, it's real good. Yeah.
Not from Germany, but like an imported one.
Yeah, I had it when I was there, and it was fucking tasty. You can get it here. It's pretty cheap. It's like a dessert wine.
I don't like most dessert wines because they're too thick.
Mm-hmm. Too sweet. I don't like sweet. That's why I like the Gewürztraminer. It wasn't sweet.
I like sweet, but sadly, most sweet also means thick wine, and I don't want a thick wine.
I don't want a thick beverage unless it's a milkshake.
I'm game for sweet wine, though.
Why would wine be thick? Is that like extra... What's the word?
I don't know. The sweeter they are, the thicker they get because they're dessert wines. I
hate that you keep saying it's thick. I don't know why that's grossing me out.
Because it's gross. It's grossing me out because it is gross.
It is.
Actually,
She's
gross.
correct. It is. It's grossing me out. It's the sugar. Dessert wine is thick. Oh. I had a really good one. The only dessert wine I've ever liked, actually, it was called Lambrusco, and it was carbonated. So it didn't feel like insanely sweet. Dude, Adam, did you know that they actually sell a chocolate wine? One time, a long time ago, when I was in college, my boyfriend at the time and my best friend Chase, when we went to the liquor store to just buy a bunch of booze and we were all gonna get fucked up. This was before I started smoking weed. And they got like blueberry wine, chocolate wine, all this fucked up weird shit, like an eggnog vodka or something, and just drank all of it and then just fucking puke everywhere. Off my deck, in my sink, in my toilet, and it all smelled like blueberry. It was so fucking disgusting. Why? Why did we need to make chocolate wine? No. What a bunch of idiots. I mean, Knives, obviously I have a really good taste in friends.
Dude, my mom makes this kick-ass, like, sangria. Chef's kiss, so good. She uses,
I don't think I've ever had sangria.
She uses, like, boxed wine with a bunch of fresh fruit, man. Don't know what it is. Andrew's had it before if he's still here. My mom made it for the year we, like, shared a house at PAX East.
Normal wine has, normal wine have different thickness, too. Swirl some different red wine. You can see how they have different curtains. Oh, is that the danglies going down the legs? I was thinking I might actually go with one of the already made worlds because I'm not going to have enough time to work on this with school otherwise. Dude, I am totally down with that. Just as long as we can, like, improv and, like, fucking homebrew shit. As long as you're cool with that.
Yeah,
I'm cool.
You can change whatever you want in a pre-made as well. Like,
yeah, as long as we're all cool with, like, making cool, like, homebrewing stuff. Unicorns
as long
as
it makes sense. Like, it makes sense and, like, is playable, I mean.
Yeah, I'm totally down. Maybe I should find a girlfriend to go towards this wedding that might happen next year. Nah.
You can hire people to go to weddings with you.
That should not be the reason you get a girlfriend. Or a boyfriend, for that matter.
Yeah, it was, Andrew. It was PAX East during that one time. It absolutely was.
Hello, Sea Lion. We still need to fuck your name up, man. I need to sit down and do that. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow on my day off while I'm chilling before D&D. Or think about it. I mean, I'm not gonna just fuck your name up offline.
That'd be pretty funny. Just start typing in someone's chat. Doesn't recognize their own name. Dude, I don't want to upgrade my town. I just want to keep them all low level and just chill.
That's true. Girls at weddings are horny as fuck. Just make sure you're not related to one. That would be an awkward morning. Oh, hey there, cousin, sister, brother, uncle. How was your night? Damn it. Grouchy as fuck, dude. I stopped trying to take naps because I almost always wake up kind of pissy. Like, I wake up groggy and weird. I think it's like dehydration or something. Or not good sleep. Because I'm aware. Get some food, LZT. Why are you cranky? Oh. What? Oh, wow. Okay, yeah. Sick. Have you met anybody yet?
I haven't looked, but no.
Sick.
Have you looked?
No.
I don't really plan on looking.
I don't want to look because I just don't know what to do if it's not there.
I'm just chilling, man. You know, just living the dream.
Oh, dude, Sarah, I'm kind of the same way. No, I feel you. I feel that, girl. Yeah, I hate that. I kind of had that yesterday. I had a really hard time waking up for some reason. I was groggy. Sometimes I wonder if I'm just like heavily dehydrated or something. Or dying. I don't know. We're all dying in the grand scheme of things, aren't we?
I mean, yeah. It's just a matter of how fast we're dying.
Agent Smith, what's up? Oh my God, Andrew, did I ever tell you that story? When I was younger, I threw a kegger. I threw my senior kegger at my house because I lived out in the middle of nowhere and my parents were out of town, so it was perfect. And, is that gonna fuck him up at all? Does that fuck you up? I can't even tell. Anyways, so we threw the kegger and all of these people, of course, that I don't know, that are way older than me, showed up at my house drinking absurd amounts of alcohol. And my parents had a really nice house. And, so I basically stayed awake until like 6 a.m., totally sober, guarding the stairs so no one would leave my basement to go up into any other floor of the house. Because I was determined not to let anyone fuck my parents' house up. I was a good kid in that way, even though I still threw a lot of parties. And so I stayed awake all fucking night long. And then, 8 a.m. rolls around and people start leaving. And so I get everyone the fuck out of my house. And, so I don't sleep at all, and I have to go to work. That's why I ended up just saying fuck it and staying it up. I had to be at work at like 8 o'clock in the morning at this taco place I worked at because we would work on prep for like 2 hours in the morning. And so I fucking ushered everyone out of my house, and I left for work, totally like out of my mind, exhausted, working at this taco place. One of my coworkers thought I was drunk. She's like, "You're still drunk from last night." I was like, "I swear to God, I didn't drink anything. Like, I don't like drinking." And so day goes by. I think I worked like 6 hours, go home in my taco time outfit, and I pass out on my parents' couch. And then I had to open the next day, so I had to be there at 8 a.m. Well, I ended up waking up at like 7:30 p.m. on my parents' couch, but it was like twilight outside, and I thought it was 7:30 the next day. And this was way back in the day. I was in the sticks. So I run in my dirty ass taco time uniform from that morning, but I thought it was the day before. Get in my car, start driving to work. I get like halfway to work, finally get phone reception because it's middle of nowhere and this is back like the Nokia brick days. Finally get phone reception. I call my work and I'm like, "Oh my God, Liv, I'm so sorry. I'm gonna be so late. Oh my God," because I was like 45 minutes from work because again, living in the sticks. And I was like, "I'm so sorry. I slept in. Holy shit, I don't know how I slept that long." And she's just like silent for a second. And I totally expected her to freak out because she's a very passionately angry Portuguese woman. And she's silent for a minute and she goes, "Kate, what day do you think it is?" And I just like started slowing my car down and I'm like, oh my God. Oh, and like it all clicked. Like everything made sense that it's not the next day. Like everything looks different. It was the dumbest, most embarrassing, weird thing I probably have ever done, sleep deprived. But then the sense of relief that I got to go home and like shower fucking stench off my flesh. Yeah, that was nice. Great times as a kid. I was alone a lot. My parents worked all the time, so I didn't really have anyone to like remind me to do anything ever. I was pretty independent as a kid. The panic, oh yeah. And this place I worked at, like, honestly, I'm thankful for it, but also horrified of it. My boss, his name was Ken, and he was so tall. He was probably like 6'6", but he had this hunch because he was older. He looked exactly like Lurch. If you put glasses on Lurch and made Lurch a human, and he would like walk around the restaurant, and he scared the shit out of me because he was the type of boss where if you were late more than once, even sometimes once, if your excuse wasn't legit enough, he would fire you on the spot. He didn't give a fuck because there were so many teenagers that wanted a job. We lived in the middle of nowhere, and there was like 4 fast food restaurants for hundreds of teenagers that wanted jobs. And he scared the shit out of me, so he brainwashed me into having an amazing work ethic. Like, I'm psychotically early to everything because of that man. I don't remember where I was going with. Oh, that's why I have the panic. He gave it to me. He gave me like work ethic. To this day, I still will show up 30 minutes early to everything. When I first started smoking weed regularly, Aspiritus, I remember I would text Eliza and I would be like, "Time's doing that thing again."
I remember that.
Do you remember? I'd be sitting outside because I didn't smoke in my old house, and I'd be sitting outside in the yard, and it would be twilight, and I'd get stoned, and my brain would be like, "Man, is it morning or is it night?" Like, I would really think it was morning or night or fuck with my head. It was bizarre.
I changed all my clocks to military time because time did the thing all the time.
I hate when time does the thing.
So
it's
if
really
it was
irritating.
If it was like a double digit, it was definitely nighttime.
No, thank you.
That's how I like got it.
A kid with a car? What do you mean? Kid with a car. I had a job. I paid for that shit. What do you mean? A kid with a car? I needed a car. I lived in the middle of Nowheresville. I actually had to wait until I was 16 and a half to drive because I had an MIP from being a dumb asshole when I was a kid. So I didn't drive till I was 16 and a half, but I definitely drove. I had to.
North Carolina, I'm pretty sure, is 15 you can drive. It gets really young in America how or the age at which you can drive.
Yeah.
Mopeds, a lot of states you can drive at like 14 or something like that.
My parents actually wanted me to get my license because the sooner I could get my license, the sooner they didn't have to cart my ass around anymore. Because we lived in the middle. I mean, my school was 30 minutes away from my house. The nearest grocery store was 45 minutes to an hour away from my home. Like, we were the middle of fucking nowhere. So
Yeah.
if I had to go anywhere, sports, anything, they had to take me.
What Sarah said, here in the Midwest, kids on farms start driving at 12. That's even in my area, we still have like agricultural laws where you can get your farming license at like 12, which means you can drive like tractors and shit on the road.
That is insanely weird to
As
me.
long as it's not a highway, you can drive the tractor on the road.
I mean, I guess that's like a
So, like-
four-wheeler or a dirt bike.
But you've seen my town. It's not like Farmville. It's pretty suburbia. And you're allowed, a 12-year-old's allowed to drive a tractor down like all the roads that you drove on, Kate.
Yeah. My
Just
home...
imagine that.
Wow, it just smelled burning, but it's probably the air. My hometown, like, I don't know if I don't have a hometown. I moved around. Where my stepdad's family is based, Snohomish, Washington, is really similar to where you live. It's like a large portion of it is farmland, but then it has a pretty established suburbia in the middle of it that's pretty snooty and rich, and there's very wealthy people, and there's a big city. And you'll be in this, like, you know, the touristy city part, and then this, like, redneck will go by with no helmet on and a dirt bike, and you'll just hear, "Wah, wah," go by. And it's a very mixed cultural scene. It's interesting.
Yeah.
Oh, Andrew, boo. Sounds like Ohio. It was, if anybody's familiar with Snohomish, Washington, that's where it is. It's like touristy in that it's really famous for antiques. It's really weird. Like, they have a lot of historical Victorian homes. and antique stores, and they've just built it to be like there's nothing really there. It's just really pretentious, like really expensive little boutiques and really expensive restaurants and shit. Whereas when I grew up there, it was a lot more redneck, more burger places and bars and pubs. But it's still surrounded by this farmland, like very established farmland that's been there for years. It's never going away. Like my middle school there was called Cow Pie High because of the smell. That's how much farmland's there. But it's also got like that area of like, you know, suburbia. Hi, Sarah Sally. How are you? Oh, Jackie. That's cute, though. My dad just taught us motorcycles, which essentially taught me how to drive a stick, which is nice. I'm thankful for it. Not a lot of people can drive a stick. It's essentially theft. Theft deterrent these days. Oh, yeah, Bunbury. It is weird because I'll be going through like one of those cute boutiques and there'll be like a lady decked out in Louis Vuitton, but then there'll be a guy with like a giant ass beard, his ass cracks hanging out. He's got fucking his mud kickers on, shit up and down his legs because he just came off the farm. But his girlfriend works there, so he's there to like kiss her and give her dinner or something. It's a weird like Cow Pie High. Yeah. It was Centennial Middle School. It was the name of the school, but we called it Cow Pie High because of the smell. Yeah. It was an interesting place, for sure, and it definitely stunk, especially on hot days. Disgust! I actually like the smell of a farm. Not necessarily cow shit specifically, but just like farm smell is like it is pleasing to my nose. I like the smell of a farm. Like the hay. Country air. Yeah, is that what it is? Yeah, it's like the smell of hay and animals and fresh air.
Cow shit.
Shit is definitely in there. But that smell is like, I don't know if it's nostalgic for me. Maybe it's actually a really foul smell and I'm like romanticizing it. That's possible. But for me, it's a really pleasant memory.
Ugh, my farmers are plus 666. Hell yeah.
Hail the Dark Lord.
Oop, it's going up.
I was gonna say, what's that line from Letterkenny? That sure is a lot of alfalfa there. It's barley. No one gets it. It's fine. Watch that show. If you haven't seen it, it's amazing. Letterkenny is so fucking funny. Rich, oh, I know. Oh my God. My grandma was one of those rich snowbirds, and I apologize so much for that. I spent half my life in Havasu. I don't know if you know where that is in Arizona. That's where my grandma and my grandpa built a house. It was a beautiful house. They built this very nice, small, one-level rancher on a hill with a pool. And we used to go there all the time. I have so many good memories in Havasu. Now I live in Colorado, which is similar. I'm happy about it. Fuck me. Okay. Letterkenny is so funny. Oh man, Havasu is beautiful. It's very nice there, but it's just, I mean, because of my limited exposure via my grandparents, my view of Arizona is that it's the largest retirement home in the United States of America, like the state. Because every time I go, it's just old blue-haired ladies in their walkers going gambling in fucking Bullhead City or something. I never saw any young people, unless it was spring break, in which case they don't live there, so they don't count. don't think I've ever been to Flagstaff. We went to Sedona once. That was gorgeous. Weird smells that I enjoy include a weird mixture of French fry oil and cigarette smoke. My dad used to manage a McDonald's and smoke quite a long time ago, but that's what he smelled like growing up, so I find that mixture of smells comforting. Sarah, likewise for me, it's motor oil. Motor oil gets me hardcore, motor oil and cigarette smoke. But for me, this is probably gonna make my family sound horrible. One of my most nostalgic, like entire experience, like the entire visceral, like hearing it and smelling it, casinos back in the day when people would smoke in them and when actual coins came out. That entire, like to this day, I still really like going in casinos. I don't really gamble, but going through casinos, there's something. I mean, there's something to it. I grew up in them. My whole family loves to gamble. They're not like addicted, but they like to go play blackjack and get drunk and go dancing and shit. Oh yeah, Sedona is fucking phenomenal. That's one of the most beautiful places I've ever seen. I mean, as a kid, it was interesting. Like, I was definitely a weird life walking through casinos. Like, my parents would usually get a hotel room for me and all my cousins to stay in, and then all the adults would have their own hotel rooms in Vegas. And the adults would go out at night and drink and dance and whatever, and the kids just got free reign of the hotel. So we just run around Vegas all night. Not safe. Don't do that.
Oh, you guys were those kids.
Oh, yes. Like, the most mature person was my older brother, who is now regularly in prison for opiate abuse. Yes. We never made trouble. Like, we weren't those kids. We didn't make trouble, but we definitely did not have our parents around, and we just, like, explored and would go eat ice cream on the boardwalk and shit. I walked through a casino and got a giant bloody nose. That's how I found out I'm allergic to cigarette smoke. Wow. They give me a headache when I go in casinos now. A smoking one, like my parents go to this casino that's on a reservation, an Indian reservation, and they can still smoke in there, and I get a massive headache every time I go with them. Oh, fuck yes, Aaliyah. You have to tell me how it is. How does it taste? How is that crumb? I've never even done it. You should put it in the foodstuffs in the Discord. Hell yeah. Andrew's already on that shit. I need to take my dogs out. I just realized it's been like 2.5 hours since I peed them. And I haven't heard Zeke come up, so I'm gonna go check on that man, see if he's okay. I'm just gonna leave this running. If anyone on my stream sees like, well, hold on. I can actually put a firehouse out.
I need to go to the bathroom real quick.
Do you? Okay, cool. We shall take a break. I was just gonna put a firehouse out and be like, okay, I'm cool, but we can take a break.
Put it down anyway, yeah.
I shall. All right, my dudes, let's take a wee break. Is it delicious? Man, I got homemade bread from Scott once. It was so good. Oh my God. So good. I'm gonna save this real quick, resume game, and pause. We will BRB, my dudes.
Yeah?
Yeah. So, what he said is, if you were a person and you were hanging out with a group of people and you were in a dangerous situation and one of them kept endangering your life, what would you do?
Kill them.
Would you just like kick them out though? You'd kick them out of your friend group. You'd be like, dude, you're crazy, right?
Probably, yeah. I'm thinking like zombie apocalypse. If they like shot the gun when you're supposed to be super quiet.
Yeah. Right?
Would let the zombies get him. Wouldn't go out of the way to save him.
No. And do you have any connection to his character? Like, I don't know if you're related. Nope. Fuck it. I'm looking at food pictures really quick. I want to see them. Oh, hell yeah. That's some sexy fucking bread. That's your first one ever? No, I wouldn't hang out with someone that endangered my life on a regular basis. Fuck that. I wouldn't necessarily shank them, but I would be like, yo, I don't want to hang out with you anymore. Please go away. And then if they kept stalking me, then I'd probably shank them in a medieval setting. Mm-hmm. That's beautiful bread. My sister's a baker. I don't bake. I don't do that shit. I can, I just don't really enjoy it. I know a lot of people are like, oh, it's wonderful cooking. I don't get it. Y'all are weird. I just get really bored. And I get really hungry and pissed off the food isn't done yet. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
That's a big mood.
That's how I feel.
That's why I hate cooking.
In a setting where shanking is appropriate, exactly. I'd absolutely be done with them. I can't break that down down in RP either. I've tried, but when someone's constantly endangering others, it just drives me. Well, it's not fun. That's not fun. You're supposed to do a D&D because it's fun. And also, someone doing that constantly is neurotically gearing the story towards themselves constantly. The story is not about you. The RP is not about you. It is about the entire group as a whole completing something together as friends, or becoming friends, or enemies even, or whatever, you know? It's not, I mean, that's just like, look at me, follow me. I'm gonna make shit happen constantly because this is gonna be about me. Like, hello, narcissism. Lithium? Aw, man, have you been on lithium before? That's some harsh shit, dude.
Yeah, lithium's normally the first medication they try on adults with bipolar 1.
I begged not to be on lithium. That was literally the first thing out of my mouth. I said, don't put me on lithium.
Yay! Blood orgy! Blood orgy! Yay!
KP! Speaking of amazing role players, KP motherfucking P! What is up, Katie Peters? How you doing, Beesh? Interesting. Fun facts. Yay, nothing set on fire while I was clicked out, thank God.
Oh, I had it paused.
Oh,
I
thanks.
pressed this.
That would have been a nightmare.
I got you.
What does she want from me? What do you want, ho? A picture of a fire station? Okay.
That's the move.
Sure, bitch. Whatever. Whatevs, I can do that. What's more fitting? I don't know, because I never knew they went together to begin with, but it makes sense, right? I know. I mean, what's more fitting for my channel, you know? Like, I love adorable animals. Also, metal music. Hailing yourself. Ooh, who's that hoe? Oh, sick. I got a bitch for my bitch.
Hell yeah.
Hells to the, even though we have no one to trade with because there's no one here, I think, which I don't understand, but
It's fine.
I'm just gonna keep going like it's
I'm
happening.
not gonna think about it.
Nope. I don't know what's happening, so I'm just not gonna go with it. Excuse me, why are you having a fit? Oh, I see why you're having a fit. Sick. I don't know why there's no other players in the game. It's so fucking weird. I just don't understand it. Like, no one will come buy my shit. There's no traders. There's just Eliza. Are we on the same team? Did we fuck that up?
Yeah, no, we're on the same team.
What the fuck? I don't understand.
Are we in like sandbox or something?
No, I did host a game.
Anyone in chat know what's up?
Hmm?
Anyone in chat know what's up by chance?
So weird. I guess I'll just send my ship out in the middle of nowhere and hope there's a human. Oh, Katie Cat, yeah. I begged not to go on any of that shit. I didn't want to be numb. I don't want to be a numb person. I still want to have emotions. I just didn't want, like, the extreme. That's where I draw my lines. Oh, lurk, Sarah. I love you. Be safe.
Along the edge.
Are you living on the edge, you said?
I actually am living on the edge in this game.
Living on the edge. Liza's an edger.
Quite literally on the edge of the map.
Gross. Let's never say that again.
I'm an edger.
Ew. Shh. I want to be comfortably numb. Nah, sea lion, humanity is suffering. Unless you don't want to be human. I mean, suffering sucks. I'm not like downplaying suffering in any way, shape, or form, but you know what I mean. It's normal to hurt. We all hurt. Without hurting, you don't appreciate the good feelings. I don't think you would anyways. God damn, that spider's so weird and pale and skinny. And wiry.